Let's study 10th Standard ICSE Math, Chapter 3, Exercise A. First, the basics of shares and dividends. Shares are equity. Big companies, they may sell their shares to the investors. So, if you buy a share, you are a partial owner of that company, equal to the amount you purchased. So, companies sell their shares to gather capital from all the investors. Rather than taking a huge loan, they would take it from investors and use it to expand or for other purposes. And since the investors have invested hoping to earn profit in the future, they are literally invested in the growth of that company. Shares have a face value. So when the IPO happens, that is the initial public offering, the face value or the nominal value can be rupees 10, rupees 100, any amount. And if you buy, say, 10 shares of 100 rupees each, that means you have invested 1000 rupees. Now, that can go up in the future or it can go down. That's the fun in the share market. You have to be on your toes to predict if a company is going to do well in the future or not, which requires scientific thinking. It should not be based on speculation. And the value at which you can buy or sell it in the market is called the market value. If it is more than the face value, we say it is bought at a premium. If it is equal, we say it is at par. And if it is less than the face value, we say it is at a discount, which could be because the company isn't doing that well. So the price is always dependent on the demand and supply. More the demand of some particular company's share, more will be its price. Profit can be obtained from a share in the form of dividend or in the form of trading. A dividend is the company giving out a part of its annual profits or quarterly profits to the stakeholders, the shareholders. So the shares remain as it is, but the investors get some dividend. It is as if they're getting an interest on it, a rent on it. But the dividend does not depend on market value, it's a percentage of the face value. Now there are some formulae you have to learn by heart. If you learn these formulae, then the 3A exercise is very easy. First of all, the sum invested is always equal to number of shares into market value of one share. So number of shares can also be said to be equal to sum invested upon market value of one share. Another way of calculating number of shares is the total dividend you're getting upon dividend on one share. So per share, there's a dividend of 10 rupees and you've got totally 100 rupees as dividend, as income. That means you had 10 shares to begin with. Dividend is also called income or profit or returns. There is another kind of profit called profit on sale, which means that you bought a share at 140 rupees market value and you sold it at 200 rupees new market value. So you earned a profit of 60 rupees. The third formula is the total dividend earned, which is the total income earned, is number of shares into dividend percent into face value. And then the return percent or the income percent or the profit percent is always the income, which is the dividend, upon the investment which you made at market value into 100%. And remember, for a shareholder, the income, return or profit is nothing but the dividend. But as I said, there is another kind of profit called profit on sale. Now, in this exercise, cancel the second sum. It's very easy. Let's start with the first sum. How much money will be required to buy 400? Always write the data first. So N is equal to 400, number of shares. Rupees 12.50 shares, that's the face value. At a premium of rupees 1, so the market value will be 12.50 plus 1, 13.50 rupees. So that's the market value. And the total investment is always market value into number of shares, which turns out to be 5,400 rupees. Now the fifth sum. A man invests rupees 800 in buying 5 rupees shares. So this is the total investment. This is the face value. In the fifth sum, rupees 800 is a total investment and rupees 5 is face value. At a premium of 1.15 means the market value will be slightly more than this. It will be 6.15 rupees. and when they reached the value of 6.15, he sold them. What is the profit and the profit percent? Understand that in this sum, profit is not the dividend, but the profit on sale. So first of all, we'll have to find out how many shares did he actually buy. This is the original market value, which was at par with the face value. So the number of shares is the investment upon original market value, which is 160. Now profit on sale is profit on sale of one share, which is 1.15, into total number of shares. So total profit he earned was rupees 184. Now profit percent on sale will be the profit earned upon the investment that he had made into 100%, which comes out to be 23%. Next, the seventh sum. A man invests this much in a company paying 5% per annum. So this is the investment. This is the dividend percent, face value, market value. First, what is his annual income? Annual income is nothing but the dividend earned, which is dividend percent into FV into N. But number of shares is not given, so we'll have to find that first. Number of shares is the total investment upon market value, which is 192. Then the annual income, use the formula and get the answer, 96. Next, they want the percentage income, which is income upon the investment into 100%. So after investing 3072, he got a dividend of 96 rupees. That's a income of 3.125%. Apart from the fact that the shares may increase in price, and when he sells them in the future, he will get a huge windfall, a huge profit. But side by side, he's also getting dividend every year because the company is profiteering. So that's good. That's why many people invest in shares and not just fixed deposits or real estate or gold. Now, the ninth sum. A man buys rupees 50 shares of a company paying 12% dividend at a premium of rupees 10. So what is the data available? Face value, market value, dividend percent. First, what is the market value of 320 shares, which is nothing but the total investment, by the way. So the market value is rupees 60 after the premium. The total market value is market value per share into number of shares. Number of shares was mentioned in the question in Roman number 1. So the total investment he made is 19,200. Second, find the annual income. Well, we know the formula, substitute and get the answer. And the profit percent is the income, that is the dividend, upon the investment, which we calculated in Roman number 1, into 100%, which is 10%. Now, the 11th sum. A man has 300 shares, so that's N is 300. Rupees 50 shares, that is FV is rupees 50. And the dividend percent is 20%. Find his net income tax, net income after paying 3% income tax. Yes, the profits from buying and selling shares and getting the dividend also attracts tax. First, we'll find the total income, which is N into FV into dividend percent, which is 3,000 rupees. And the tax, they said, is 3% of that income, which is 90 rupees. So what is the cash in hand he will get after deducting the tax? The net income is 2,910. There is taxation on fixed deposits and real estate as well. The best way to save tax, to prevent tax, is to be broke. 13th, a man invests rupees 8,800 in buying shares of a company. Okay, that's the investment. Face value is 100 rupees. Premium of 10%. So market value will be rupees 110. He earns this much as the dividend. What is the number of shares he has in the company? Well, we have the total investment and we have the market value. So we can get the number of shares like that. Because number of shares is the investment upon market value. So he had 80 shares. Next, they want the dividend percent. Well, the formula is dividend is N into FV into dividend percent. But here we have the total income, that is the dividend, N we just found out and FV is given. So now we'll solve this to get dividend percent. After solving, the answer will be 0.15. But if you want to write in percentage form, 0.15 is nothing but 15 upon 100. And this is nothing but 15%. Percent means per century. So this is same as 15 upon 100. Or you can put into 100% into that equation. Now the 15th sum. By investing rupees 7,500 in a company, paying 10% dividend, and annual income was received. What price is paid for each of the rupees 100 share? So again, first we'll find out the number of shares by using the formula dividend is equal to n into FV into dividend percent, because dividend is given, FV is given, dividend percent is given. So the only thing missing is n, which we found out to be 50. And now when they say what price is paid for each of the rupees 100 share, we know that total investment is n into MV. So using that same formula, since we know the investment and we know the number of shares, we can find the market value, which comes out to be at a 50% premium over the face value. Make sure you study the solved examples also for exams, because there are some interesting sums there, especially this one. There's a new formula here which is very useful in some cases. The income percent on market value is equal to dividend percent on face value or nominal value. Hi students, this is AJ sir. If you like this video, press the like button. If you would like to enroll for my online test series or online lectures, email me or message me on Instagram. Check the description for more information.